It's Sunday, and there's a new weekly, and there's a couple of themes, like friend ahead slash spawning, cobra, poison dot frog, tassel worm, jump ahead bug, orca spawn, I already said cobra. I guess this kind of works with that. Reduces attack stats, so maybe you get more attacks with a unit with the cobra and whatnot. You know, that kind of thing. I guess also you could maybe kind of count this thing like adjacent attacks in the same thing as friend ahead. So this and the minx and whatnot. Then there's ailment stuff. Vampire bat, bad dog, phoenix, manticore. These two. Not you, but tree kangaroo. Yeah, that's kind of that. Umbrella bird, unicorn, OP, usual combo. And then there's like 4 squads, sort of buy sell, but not really buy sell, mostly just owl buy sell. But there is 4 squad in the hence you can at least run 5 squad each turn, and then Dear Lord kills the thing, and then there's room for the owl to spawn the mouse. There's not that many great things for the Dear Lord to kill that give you benefits, though, is the main thing that I'm seeing. So there is that. Couple of new units for me. The lemming in particular stands out because look at that little guy. A cough, or this is a different 4 squatter. So there's a couple of things there. Moose scaling, poodle scaling, warthogs are just good. This is randomly here. There's some stuff going on. There's not really any armor besides ambrosia, so there is that. There is that to consider. Before battle, deal 1 damage to the second nearest pet ahead. Oh, so you could use that to trigger like a camel or a blowfish, I guess. Sure. Well, I guess I'm taking a mouse. Ooh, the almighty fireman. Let's go with that. There is chicken as well, I guess. And it's, you know, chicken that in turn gives stuff in the shop. So, but okay, we lose that, no doubt about it. Catfish bad dog ailment build. Yeah, I don't know about that happening, but maybe there's a world where it does. I think I do this, and then I do this. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, I had to check what song this is. It is indeed a Geometry Dash type of song. I wouldn't say there are straight up non-bows, like how there sometimes are in other ones, but there's definitely things that kind of don't have any specific benefits. Okay, I mean, I'm certainly tempted to just take an owl. Early owl is good. Granted, so usually is a camel, but I just start buffing up my owl. Oh, look at that big guy. Look at that big fella. Maybe I do this. So, I guess I roll, right? Yeah. Look at that guy. Okay, this and then roll for more level potential. I have to fuse this, is what I realized. Activate end turn thing on thing or thing. Nah. Okay. Big bird. It's a big bird. It's not the big bird, but it is a big bird. Okay. Trade at front double? Yeah, that seems like a way to win. It is, by the way. Oh, you know what? Let me start off correct. I don't have the pitch down for this, but I would like to still remind you. I guess I'm supposed to remind you every time, right? I am a Sept partner with Nexus.gg, so I have a creator code, which is just Purtle, that you can use when you buy things in Super Auto Pets, and it gives me something if enough people do it. I think you like can't get paid until you reach a certain amount, but like technically it's possible. And if you're buying something anyway, might as well, right? I think we take the level early here just because we are doing this squad. think we also sell this? It's a little risky for sure, because the team is certainly worse that way, but we get a lot of money. Maybe it would have been better to wait on that money till next turn to try to roll more owl. That would be fair as well. I'm kind of tempted to stork instead of muscle, but I'm also, what else could I be looking for? You know what? A robin would probably be better because we are 4 squatting. There it is. And then, you know what? I'll throw this on you. Okay. Seems alright. We got a team going. Alright, I like that. We get 2 kills out of this? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Uh-oh. We lost. We lost anyway. Sell. I didn't want any of that nonsense anyway. Okay. What does this do? Okay, it summons a guy. Cod row to make Tatzel hit more? Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I guess we're not getting anything else for a while. I'm probably not putting anything else on it. And I guess we're rolling for levels and or mostly just rolling to get more owls. Is really what it is. Camel is obviously pretty good. I think I'm gonna stick to the plan. I'm gonna stick to try. Okay, that's also acceptable, of course. Stick to a plan of trying to roll for owl level. Because owl level 2 is a huge upgrade. Okay, trade at the front and then we maybe lose. Well, hold on. Never mind. The egg makes the difference. Now the question is it time to bring in the Dimetrodon and give up on these levels? I don't think so. I mean, a 5-5 is definitely better than this, but I think our team is kind of solid right now, so I'd rather... That's interesting. There we go. Okay. Do I wait? Probably not. I mean, a moose obviously would be great if we waited the turn. But there's too much money we have left. Also, the Zangief theme is so good. I'm almost wishing I gave the meat to this instead, because it's more likely to keep this a little bit longer, I guess. But we'll see. Cuttlefish is a good unit. I'll freeze and roll, because if an owl shows up, I probably would just buy that instead. So let's put this in the front. Sell you. We're giving up on your level opportunity. No owl. That stings. That stings a little bit. It stings a little bit. But also, you know what also stings a little bit, segue, is, oh, my shots. Oh my god. That was crazy. Xbox console prices are going up, apparently. To like $650 or something, which is pretty wild. That's not exactly what I would expect to happen. I don't think it makes sense to just grab you at random without combos. Okay. You technically can do this combo of like this plus this stuff. It does work. I don't think I'm going for it this time though. Hell yeah. You definitely take this level now so that you can get the level 2 mouse. Question is, do I want to bring in a chicken? I only have 2 wins. It would definitely be the move to do if you're running the Deer Lord, so that way the stuff that you're putting in each turn, although his ability goes at the end of turn, not after. It's not like Mantis. I'm always getting their timings confused. I think I'm gonna be getting rid of this anyway for the macaque, so I'm not gonna keep it, but I'll think about what's $650? The Xbox price. They raised the prices in October. Or they will be raising the price in October. Alright, there's a draw. A lot of draws going on. Which is partially why I'm interested in getting the chicken involved. Well, I mean, an interesting aspect of that is like when, you know, usually most kind of items that you buy are depreciating in value, like cars, right? Usually that's the case for consoles, but like technically if you bought a... Wait, does that mean that people are gonna buy Xboxes, stock up on Xboxes to then try to sell them? I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I don't really know what the Xbox timeline is anyway, but... Part of me just wants to get rid of this Tatsworm. It's only shooting twice. It does have the meat on it, but like... I think I'd rather just have this chicken in for a while to help us as we look to pivot away. Do I take this now? I probably should just take this now. There's obviously good tier 6s here, but... Start a battle. I don't even know if... this isn't really the team to do it unless we get Cobra, I guess? Or Octopus, I suppose, is also good with that. Ambrosia. I think I just leave that. And then Ambrosia this just to be something. They already raised the price on the Switch, didn't they? Not on the regular Switch, right? Alright, we got that one. I suppose that does work better with the Anteater, because what, it spawns a level 3 ant, so you definitely get more of a bonus there, because the Tatsworm, I think, attacks more when there's that going on. Now this is an interesting idea. 8 attacks is a lot of attacks, though. I feel like you need to do that while you're running a spawn team as well, perhaps. Yeah, probably. So I think we ignore that. It is an interesting one. You know what could also be interesting is getting a melon on our owl. You know what? I'm actually just gonna move it up here right away so I don't mess it up and forget. I don't think it's worth trying to go for level 3 owl. I don't necessarily want the level 2 chicken, but it is there. Or like, it's nice to have, but I'm not necessarily like running the team that mega benefits. Okay, something about this thing's face makes me, it's just yelling. That's how, when I look at it, that's what, there's like a little audio file that plays when I look at it. It's like that one old meme video of, I want to say a prairie dog or a groundhog or something, where someone puts audio of like screaming over them doing that. But anyway, let's continue. That one, yeah, it's an old one, but ooh, they're me but better. But you're pretty weak after that. Oh, okay. They did get to level 3 though. I can respect that. I mean, I'm not gonna not buy an owl that shows up at this point, but especially because there's a lot of roles that we're not interested in. Okay, chicken. Ooh, 4, 3, 5. I think you just get rid of the Robin, man. I think you just get rid of the Robin and get this guy in here. I don't know. I mean, this is certainly good, but do I roll or do I mana? Let's mana. Why not? It's weird. I guess the idea here is that we chicken for a while, then switch it out with something, but then it's getting the benefit buffs from the Purtle, so it's a little strange. But you got a 427 back there? What the? Okay, there's the melon. That's a big change. Whatever. You're gonna keep making you big. Okay. I mean, I guess there's a world where we could switch this out as well. It's weird because we have like this thing that scales this, but then this scales our team as well. So it's a little strange, but we could also just bring in a moose and get more health. We don't really get benefits from special getting more attacks off, but this is also these aren't getting bigger. You have 2 health left. I think regardless, I'm likely to keep the Purtle. So I'm thinking I Yggdrasil fruit it. Okay, I will take a level 3. I think I'd chill. Okay. Well, probably not the chicken, but that's an interesting moose. So I don't have a ton of stories, mainly because all of my stories that I've been paying attention to are World Championships of track and field, because my goodness, it's been quite a week. The World Championships were in Tokyo, which is where the last, I guess level U, which is where the last Olympics were held last year, or 2 years ago, whatever. They were around the last Olympics, and so there's a returning there. A lot of storylines, both in the fact of like returning Olympic champs. Are they going to be able to do it again? There's been a lot of storylines, a lot of dramatics. I think one of the most in terms of the process of the whole event was the men's 1500 meters. From the get-go, from the qualifying rounds, having people not make it out of the rounds that were maybe expected. Then you have the Cole Hawker DQ in the semis. Previous Olympic gold medal champion getting DQ'd because of a lane violation. Shit's getting crazy. Wait a second. This might be a warthog switch out instead of the chicken. We can wait longer though. How greedy is it? It would be getting the benefits from the Purtle for sure. Okay, I think I like this first. Yeah, ooh, don't mind if I do. Okay. +2/+2. Also just +2/+2 from here. Okay, so sell, then it's warthog time. And then it's warthog time. This looks like a pretty solid recipe to me. Warthog in front, of course. Okay, they're going for crazy levels. Yeah, that's an easy dub. Warthog Wednesday. It's Sunday though. Don't tell him. Just don't. Gamble? All right. Well, you know what? It's not that. It's like I bought a pair basically because we get the +2/+2 back. Copium. That's what we'll say. Well, you gotta do this and get another melon. I mean, you just kind of have to do that. Is this based on health? Probably not worth a lollipop, but it was something to consider. Gingerbread man also something to consider, but I'm gonna not do that. I regret. Roll. Roll. Mushroom doesn't really do anything there, so it's not actually worth it. Okay, crazy money next turn. Okay, let me just list off a couple of things, okay? The men's steeplechase. First ever medal for New Zealand at the World Championships. Definitely in that event, maybe ever for the men? I don't think so. I don't think that's true, but maybe. With Beamish doing his crazy Beamish things that he does. with his crazy kicks and such. Even though, and he fell, I want to say, in one of the qualifying rounds in the steeple. So, just reinforcing my statement about being the dramatics of sorts. And then in the steeple, Kenya with the youngest medalist ever in the steeple at age 17. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. I think we just keep this team at this point and then roll for like pizzas and things. That 3 health. Yeah. That's extra stats from that. That's worth it. If I don't get anything, buy the mana. And that's getting a melon after the next turn. This team is beast. Okay, so the steeple, the men's 1500 happened, which also the actual race itself also had some crazy stuff going on because the just that event is like one of the best times to be watching the 1500 meters because every race is so unpredictable. There's just so many different people could win the race. You would not want to be gambling on the 1500 meters, I'll tell you that much. You would not want to be spending money gambling on the 1500. And speaking of Cole Hawker getting DQ'd, revenge in the 5K today. I guess maybe yesterday in Japan time, but whatever. Wins the 5K. Not his stronger events, you know, if some people would say that he's not a 1500 meter guy, etc., etc. Pizza first, then roll, because if we got another owl, oh my god, I'm getting rated by Noob Skills 2022. Holy moly. Hello. Well, I don't want to jinx it, but this might not be disappointing. It might not be. It might be, but it might not be. Part of me is wondering also, because we have gotten some chicken boost, that we might just forego this well, wait, does this trigger infinitely? Well, in theory. It doesn't have a limit on how many times that happens, huh? Oh my god, I lost. Never mind. I've jinxed it. I've officially jinxed it. That's terrifying. That's bad news. Maybe I do throw in a good luck on the games. Thank you. No trigger limit, but good luck getting it to trigger once. They definitely triggered it at least once. I thought they were maybe going to do it a second time. I was talking about the World Championships of Track and Field that have gone on for the past week as well here. Lots of championship records. Top 10 times of all time. Sydney McLaughlin, Roney. Going from the 400 hurdles. Switching this year to the 400 flat. And still getting gold and being like one of the greatest female runners, like short sprints. No, long sprints. Crazy. Second fastest time ever, which everyone is kind of saying like the actual world record, because the actual world record is from like the 80s with the mega juiced up like Eastern Bloc European, you know, Soviet type of shit. Third ever woman to run under 48 seconds in the 400. Holy moly. But also Paulino ran under 48 as well, which is insane. I'll take some money. I'm assuming Noob Skills was also playing Super Auto Pets. Just a hunch there. Hunch on that one. Is it time to throw in another unit? I don't know. You were watching some competitive SAP. Does that mean ranked, or does that mean something that I don't even know? I'm rolling. Ooh, level 3 Warthog potential? Alright, we would love to obviously not lose this round. There's a few leagues and tourneys, I had no idea. Okay, similar looking team. They were running the, oh wait, no, it's a pretty big owl. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait. 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 We did it. Okay. One more. Underground Fight Club. We can't talk about it. Oh. Oops. Oops. Okay. Okay. There is something to be said about throwing out, actually probably an orca at the end here or something, and not getting the owl. I mean, we're at 9 out of 10, so it's kind of the time to do that, I would think. You could risk this. That seems probably not like a great idea, though. Yeah, I think I'm just buying myself an orca. Maybe there was a mushroom, then I could have just mushroomed the orca. That was maybe a mistake, but all right, here we go. For all the marbles. For all the marbles. I feel like this is sneakily... Yeah, that's sneakily more scary than perhaps it initially looks. Especially, you're gonna do the eye stuff too. Wait, no, we got enough. We got enough. There it is, 10 wins. And we still had an orca at the back. Well, there you go. Not bad. Not bad. I think it was good luck from the raid, obviously. Ooh, a little Rasta action. Okay. That was the first run. That was such a long run. My bad. I don't really want to do this. Okay, we'll do this. Maybe we can go ailments this time. Vivid Pianist. I had Iggy Fruit on the Purtle to try to force eye trigger, but mirror eye, probably bad. Yeah. I concur. What else happened? I mean, a lot of things happened. The 200-meter dash for men and women were both really crazy. Melissa Jefferson Wooden in general, showing her stuff to be a potential new kind of GOAT status of sorts. This is a quite a looking team we have here. She won the 100-meter gold. She won the 200-meter gold. And then today she won the 4x100 meters with the other women. Holy crikeys. She was looking dominant all year, but goddamn, to still put it together in the finals, having to do all the rounds and stuff too, it's no joke. That's no joke. Mondo doing his Mondo thing, getting world record again on the pole vault so he can get some V-Bucks. And by V-Bucks, I mean like $100,000 or something, because he does it every time he gets a new record. And what am I looking? I guess the umbrella bird level for then getting unicorn for sure. Otherwise, we're kind of just hanging out, I guess. Maybe mustn't this because it has armor. I guess I don't know. Doesn't seem like that great of an idea, but let's just get this thing involved too. Why not? Why not? The 200-meter men's final was crazy just because how fast the heat was in total. That was some. Oh, I should have done the ant to go with the tapir, right? There's multiple triggers. Yeah. Probably should do it like that, and then do it like this. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Sure. 4 men under 19.7? Like, it's actually one of the fastest 200 meters races of all time. Just straight up. Alright, that's a big fella, but worked out. Noah Lyles winning. 100 meters, though, as I was saying, one of the major storylines across all events will the Olympic champ be able to defend their title in the World Championships? A lot of new world champs, but Noah Lyles did not defend his 100 meters, but then regained the 200 meters. If you were watching the Olympics, he did not win the 200 meters because he had COVID. The marathon for the men had a crazy finish. And when you think of the marathon, a lot of times if you see footage, it's like kind of just one guy at the end, like kind of taking it. You know, there's maybe a pack of 2 to 5 or something near the end, but then in the last mile or so, or maybe 800, the winner, the eventual winner, kind of has space. Not this time. It was literally a sprint to the line between 2 men after the entirety of the marathon. And won by, you know, it was a photo finish, the type of thing for like a short event. They had to photo finish it. It was like to 100th of a second, which is just crazy to think about. Level 3 tapir, first time. Cuttlefish has been good. Blowfish, kind of interesting. That's kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy because that's a 2-hour race. Imagine running for 2 hours and then you have to do a sprint to the finish against like another guy. And lean. They even did the fucking sprinter lean. It was pretty wild. And so yeah, that was Germany getting their first men's running medal, I think. Something like that. The women's 5K, legendary, of course, because Faith Kipyegon and Beatrice Chebet battling it out. And also shout out to the Italian, Bado Cledi, I want to say. Another solid 3rd place. She's gonna be she's got a future. Keep your eyes open. I did already mention the women in terms of Melissa Jefferson Wooden getting the 3 triple gold medals at one race, but I also wanted to mention that it was the last time that we will be seeing the GOAT of women's sprinting. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price, her last professional run. Did they do the Lightning McQueen tongue-out strat in the marathon? Unfortunately, I hate to do this to those that are maybe not aware, but it doesn't work. That doesn't do anything, unfortunately. We are in an impasse of sorts, a decision point, let's say, not an impasse, a decision point of if you Dear Lord to kill the Anteater, that is good, because then you can Dear Lord kill the ant and you get a buff on a thing. Alternatively, if we get the umbrella, then maybe we could get a unicorn and then we can start statting up something that way as well. So there's some interest there. What if you had a really long tongue? So that's the thing, it's not your tongue, it's your chest. That's why when they do the lean, they go... They do the chest forward. Or sometimes you'll see them do this. Some people are taught to do this because that, by nature, will move your chest forward. Part of me wants to get rid of this because it's level 3, but it's also a strong unit. Part of me wants to get rid of this, but then the level was there. So we're a little unlucky in terms of we gotta kind of guess. It's probably the safest thing is just to get rid of the umbrella bird, if we're gonna be honest. I guess getting rid of the muscle leaves room for potential other things, but it's certainly a bit greedy. Certainly a bit greedy. I'm ignoring the... I mean, if we're doing... Well, no, because we got the Anteater. But technically, that's a combo you probably want to do. Alright, well that was a lot of not particularly useful things. You don't really want to lose the health on this, but maybe I just do anyway, just so that I use the money. Yeah, the way it's measured is like by the chest. Really? A cool thing, I guess, with the Umbrella Bird Dear Lord is that, like, technically if you got it to such a high enough, you know, percentage point of stats, is that you could Umbrella Bird the Dear Lord so that it doesn't keep killing things, but by that point you just kind of put it in the front anyway, so it's sort of a, who cares? type of deal. Yeah, that makes sense to me. You do have to kind of have this in this somewhat strange order. Oh. Alright, well. Fuck. I kind of screwed that up in like 3 different ways there. I just ignored the I ignored the unicorn, and then the buff hit the umbrella bird. Just not really any of that going particularly right. I'm not gonna freeze this again, but yeah, that was... I'll take it for the level next turn, but I'm not happy about it. Not particularly happy about it. Because at this point, I'm pretty sure I'm just... Yeah, I don't know about... Oh my god, how did you do that? Manatees, I guess? We're definitely not winning this one, but... Well, wait a second. Hold on, wait a second. My unit's pretty big, never mind. If we were on the next turn when they had the melon armor on that stork, different story, but... For now, unicorn? It can't be a unicorn. Why would it be a unicorn? Alright, get rid of this. Okay. I don't really want either of these as well. Okay, I do like that. I also like the... Wait, hold on. Okay, hold on now. The moose does not work well with the deer lord. But we also kind of don't have to use the deer lord. Like, I feel like we could do one more turn, kill this, to get the stats plus the bacon, and then just kind of like not care. We're not necessarily a Cobra getting a bunch of tax off thing, but I don't feel like I just do this and perhaps wait. This is just sort of here. Things are somewhat open in a weird way. That's a nice hit on the Cobra. I guess also the bacon on the Cobra's kind of good too. That is an interesting thing you have done there. Wow, we lost to the... This is a team of all time. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's kind of all over the place. I think I'm buying this. You tell him. Okay. I think we're giving up on the unicorn thing because I just it's late-ish. I don't know. I think it makes sense to not do it. Honestly, could just kind of take a Purtle, get a Purtle next turn after this kills this, and then find something else to put in for the Deer Lord, like a Warthog or whatever. And honestly, then that's probably just the team. That's probably the team to make. It's just to do that. I didn't freeze, whatever. Interesting. You're trying to level that guy, huh? Oh, I'm shooting. I'm shooting. I'm shooting. We got shooters. Oh, he also just unfreezes the fucking thing too. That's funny. Okay. Yes, for Melon. Alright, so you're definitely gone. It's awkward because we do want... That's what we want to see. I love that. Now we're looking for Purtle, pretty much? Yeah, pretty much. I can chill out. Oh. Do I take an Orca just to have one? I think I will, because I want this chocolate. Yeah, there's no way to get a unit out of that, but that's okay. Okay, you know what? Only one buff on the Gariel. We'll take it. We'll take it. That's a big fella. It's a big fella you got there. Did it have Melon? It must have had Melon. Okay. We're gonna get Melon, though not on the big unit yet. I do kind of feel like you want this up front, but there's... I mean, this doesn't have a lot of attack. Okay, sell this so that I don't forget that I need, you know, to do that. This might be a good team for that, for the blowfish purposes. It's a little weird because of the cobra, but like maybe it makes sense? I feel like it could make sense. Right? Maybe? There's the poodle though. Well, okay. I mean, I could get rid of the moose and get the poodle. That could work. Maybe that's better. Bongai works well with blowfish, but bad with warthog and cobra. Well, warthog is attack, not health. Yeah, I do already have it half leveled, but yeah. So either I give up on this thing I just spent 6 gold on, just so that we go more stats, or we get rid of the moose and get some stats. I mean, poodle will only give to one of these two. All right, I was hoping to maybe make this guy work, but I think I'm supposed to just do this and. Part of me wanted to put the cobra up front to get this melon, but aren't I at like 2 health or 1 health? 2 health. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. We're gonna get a lot of shots. Yeah. Man, that cobra's shooting. That cobra is shooting. Okay. That just seems fine. Seems like a fine thing to do. Especially because we're not going to be like rolling the tons due to the moose situation. Yes, warthog. It's kind of weird. Like, I think because we're at 7 out of 10, you would rather have it try to warthog, but it is awkward because the warthogs. I mean, does the poodle specifically do the first 3 in front of it, or did that just happen twice? It might have just happened twice. How are you? Okay, I see. The Phoenix. Oh, but I shot your guy. Oh, I shot your bat before it got to bat it up. Oh, how's it feel? How's it feel? Kind of weird. Oh, can't make use of that, but can't make use of that. Okay. I will say the moose health is hitting the blowfish quite a bit. Quite often. Okay. A lot of going on there, but I'm kind of okay. Oh, yeah. Am I back? Am I back? I might be back. We had a quite a bad streak for a couple weeks, but I might be freaking back. I can't do the chocolate. Unfortunate. Hey, you buffed the warthog a little. Warthog's not even level 2, but that's just you're me but better. So you're just me but way better. Way better. I don't even know how you got the stats on everything on your team. You don't even have any scalers on your team. How'd you do that? How'd you make that happen? That's crazy. I think we gotta do this. Is it crazy if I just do this and then roll for more tier 1s? I think it makes sense. Chicken probably, and it happened to be like the point where they gave up on the chicken. Yeah, that's fair. I guess I jinxed it because I said I'm back, right? What happened? At level 3 in the back, if this cobra can shoot it, that would be great. Shoot it, cobra, shoot it. Oh, close. Oh, we shot it! Let's freaking go! I called the shot. I called the shot and he did the Cobra Kai Commander over here. How's that for a reference? Double 10 win. There it is. I have more track to talk about, so I'm going to continue talking about it next time.